Hey guys, this is Thomas, your trusted advisor here. Last week, I posted a video that talks about what to expect after the CERB is over. There was an overwhelming amount of great response in the comments and I really appreciate for that. So I spent a night compiling all of your questions into the top 10 FAQs so you don't have to dig through all the comments to find the answers. Before we get started, just a quick note that all the information I provide here are entirely based on the government's official websites. This information can be updated at a moment's notice, so for the most accurate information, please check the government websites. Oh, and there's no particular order to these questions. I just put them in the order that makes sense to me. And lastly, if you find this video useful, do me a favor, smash that thumbs up button so YouTube will know this is good stuff and show to more people who need it. Let's jump in. First question, can I still collect CERB? CERB has officially ended. But if you are qualified for Period 7, that is between August 30th to September 26, 2020 and have not applied yet, you still have time to apply for this payment. You can continue to apply retroactively for this period only through the CRA online portal or through the phone line. Okay, now that CERB is over, what options do we have? If you're done with CERB and still need financial aid, there are two options you can consider. One is the Canada Recovery Benefit, short for CRB. The other one is Employment Insurance, short for EI. You can only get one or the other. For CRB, it's flat out $500 per week for 26 weeks. With EI, you can get a minimum of $500 per week for at least 26 weeks as well. But if your original pay was higher, the EI can stretch it to $573 per week to 45 weeks. If I was on CERB before, do I need to reapply for EI then? The short answer is, it depends. If you were on EI already before CERB started, then you don't need to do anything. The government will transfer you back to EI and continue with the benefit. But if you never applied to EI before, then you would have to apply for it now. You can do so on the Service Canada website. Okay, so what about CRB then? Where can I apply? Similar to CERB, you can apply through the CRA online portal. They haven't provided a phone number to call yet, but I will assume that similar to the past, they will have one available eventually. Okay, next we have I opened the CRA portal. Why can't I see the CRB yet? This is mainly because last week the benefit was still pending, meaning it could be shut down if any parties were against it. But the good news is that at the end of September, all the political parties are in favor of the new benefit. So everything is good to go now. It should be ready on the websites by early October. I will give an update once the benefit is launched. Alright, so one of the qualifications for CRB is that your income for the past 2 weeks has to be 50% less. But which period are you comparing to? So what I did was that I went into the actual Bill C4 to find out the detail. It said, the CRB benefit will last for 26 weeks between September 27, 2020 and September 25, 2021. It has 2 calendar years involved, meaning you can apply for this benefit this year or you can apply the CRB benefit in 2021. If you're applying for the CRB now in 2020, then you must be making 50% less compared to the entire 2019 or the past 12 months. On the other hand, if you're applying in 2021 instead, then you can compare it to the past 12 months, the entire 2019, or the entire 2020. This means that there are more time frame options for you to compare your income level against. Let me give you an example here. It was the good old days in 2019. Tom's annual income was $52,000, which translates to $1,000 per week for the entire year of 2019. In May 2020, his income was affected because of COVID. Let's say his average income has gone down to $700 per week. Fast forward, September 2020 has just ended. Tom is making an average of $500 per week now, and he wants to apply for the Canada Recovery Benefits in October. He compares his current income to his income in the past 12 months. He will not qualify because his average weekly income was $700 for a good portion of the past 12 months. It's not quite 50% less yet. However, if it compares his current income to the entire year of 2019, which was much higher, $1,000 per week, then his current income is 50% less than what he used to make, and therefore he qualifies for the CRB. Comment below if you would like more examples. A lot of you also want to know how your other activities will affect the Canada Recovery Benefit, such as, can I still work while I'm collecting CRB? Yes, while you are collecting CRB, you should go to work. That is the original intention behind the benefits. And here's the kicker. If your income is less than $38,000 a year, excluding the CRB payment, then you don't need to repay the CRB. If your income is more, then for every extra dollar that you make in the excess of $38,000, you have to pay back 50 cents. We're talking about the annual net income here, so this includes your employment income, your rental income, your income from investments or selling your place. Okay, which one should I go for then? EI or CRB? If you're strictly comparing the math, CRB is paying a flat rate of $500 per week for 26 weeks, versus EI, which pays 55% of your income, ranging from at least $500 per week for 26 weeks up to $573 per week for 45 weeks. So EI seems better in this case. However, unlike back then, you don't get to choose between EI or CRB. If you have been contributing to EI before and you work decent hours, say as a 9-to-5 employee, then you have to apply for employment insurance. Where if you are self-employed or a freelancer making you ineligible for EI, then your only option here is to apply for CRB. There might be one exception, and that's if you have collected EI before and it runs out during any time before September 25, 2021, then you might be able to apply for CRB. Note that the keyword that I use here is might, so there isn't a specific clause that says you can claim CRB after your EI runs out, so please make sure you meet the qualification before you apply. That's enough comparing the EI and the CRB. You can check out my last video if you want a more complete comparison between the different types of benefits. It also talks about the Canada Recovery Sickness Benefit and the Canada Recovery Caregiving Benefits. So some of you ask, can I apply for all three benefits simultaneously? That includes the CRB, the CRSB, and the CRCB. The short answer is no, you cannot receive the three benefits at the same time, and you are not eligible for any of the new benefits if you're already receiving EI. You can only apply for one benefit at a time, which means that you can apply for a different benefit after your current one has ended. Let's say you have finished collecting all the CRB payments, but now you have to take care of the kids because the daycare is still closed. Then you can choose to apply for the CRCB at that point. So if I have to take care of my kids who are attending classes from home, am I still eligible for CRCB? The Canada Recovery Caregiving Benefit is for parents who need to take care of the kids or elderly due to the fact that their school or care facility was closed due to the COVID, or a medical professional advised you not to go. So if you decide that you want your kids to stay home voluntarily, then sorry, you cannot qualify for the CRCB unless your doctor can vouch he or she will be at risk to the facility. Alright, and that's my top 10 FAQs. I hope this video helps. Comment below if you have more questions, or you can send me an email if you want to talk about your situation offline, and I will do my best to help. Stay home, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!